2:14 a.m., a suburban bedroom outside Miami. A 15-year-old sits in the dark, lit only by a monitor's glow. On the other side of the country, in a secure operations center, 3 federal analysts stare at a screen that should be impossible to breach. Someone is inside. Someone is already inside. They trace the connection. It loops through 6 countries in 11 seconds. Then it stops, right back where it started. A residential IP address, a house with a 2-car garage, and a basketball hoop in the driveway. The analysts look at each other. This isn't a nation-state. This isn't a rival government. This is a kid. Eli Navarro doesn't look like a threat. He's 15. He plays baseball on Tuesdays. He fails algebra on purpose because he thinks the teacher is lazy. But at night, in forums most parents have never heard of, Eli is someone else. A handle, a reputation, a kid who solved puzzles other hackers gave up on. He didn't start with the Pentagon. He started with boredom. School network. Then a local ISP. Then, almost by accident, a misconfigured server that traced back to a defense contractor. He didn't plan to go further, but the door was open, and Eli has never been able to walk past an open door. What Eli finds isn't classified, not exactly. It's worse in a different way. It's proof of access. A foothold into a network connected to systems that move real logistics for real military operations. He doesn't take anything. He doesn't sell anything. He just looks. For 3 weeks, nobody notices. Then, a routine security sweep flags an anomaly. A login pattern that doesn't match any authorized user. A digital footprint that keeps vanishing and reappearing, like something testing the edges of a locked room. The investigation escalates fast. What starts as a network security ticket becomes a federal case file. Agents who spend their careers chasing hostile governments are now chasing a bedroom IP address in a city they've never heard of. They don't know it's a teenager yet. They assume the opposite. Sophisticated tradecraft, careful obfuscation. This has to be trained. It isn't. It's a 15-year-old who's good at video games and better at pattern recognition, sitting cross-legged on a bed with cereal crumbs on the keyboard. 6:40 a.m. A knock that isn't a knock. It's a door coming off its hinges. Federal agents fill the house before Eli's mother finishes asking what's happening. They don't cuff a criminal mastermind. They cuff a kid in pajama pants who left his cereal bowl on the desk next to a laptop that is, at this moment, still logged into a network most Americans will never have clearance to see. His mother is screaming questions no one answers. His little sister watches from the stairs. Eli says nothing. He's too stunned to be scared yet. That comes later, in the interrogation room, when an agent slides a printout across the table showing every login, every session, every quiet 2 a.m. visit into a system he was never supposed to find. "We know it's you," the agent says. "What we don't know is why." Eli doesn't have a good answer. He just says, it was open. Here's where the story splits from what people expect. There's no dramatic courtroom battle, no headline trial. Instead, something stranger happens. The agency that spent 6 weeks hunting Eli spends the next 6 months trying to understand how a teenager did what state-sponsored operatives struggle to do. Not because he broke unbreakable code, but because he thought sideways. He didn't follow the playbook adversaries usually follow. He followed curiosity. And curiosity, it turns out, is a kind of skill nobody can train from scratch. A federal prosecutor recommends charges. A cybersecurity division recommends something else entirely, a supervised pathway. Mentorship instead of prison. Direction instead of punishment. It's not mercy, it's math. The government has spent years trying to recruit people who think like Eli. Locking him up would waste the one thing they can't manufacture, the instinct. Eli sits in a room with people twice his age, making a decision about the rest of his life. And for the first time since the knock on the door, he's not scared. He's listening. Eli doesn't go to prison. He goes to work, eventually, legally, under supervision, years later, after probation, after restitution, after a system decides a 15-year-old's mistake shouldn't define the rest of his life. He becomes one of the youngest people ever vetted for defensive cybersecurity work, not because the system forgave him, because the system needed him. The people who once treated his bedroom like a crime scene now sit across conference tables from him, asking what he sees that they don't. He still doesn't know if what he did was heroic or reckless. Maybe it was both. What he knows is this: the door was open. He walked through it. And on the other side was a version of himself he never expected, one the system almost destroyed, and then, almost by accident, decided to build instead. Somewhere tonight, another teenager is staring at a screen in the dark, testing a door that shouldn't be open. The question isn't whether they'll find it. The question is, what happens after they do?